Hello there. The Word of God is a sharp, two-edged sword, piercing as far as the division of soul and spirit, joints and marrow, able to judge the thoughts and intentions of the heart. That is from chapter 4 of the book of Hebrews. Great verse right there. There's a lot of really amazing verses in Hebrews to study. The entire book, you need to study the whole book, but chapter 4 is all about entering into his rest. That is God's rest. He didn't give us any rest other than the rest that is in the future. The rest that happens when we pass from this life into the next. When we are Christians, we pass over from death to life. If we're not Christians, we pass over from death to eternal darkness and separation from God. The idea here is to not miss that rest. We follow from the people of God. He talks about Jesus being our high priest. He is our mediator between mankind and God the Father. He is the one and only one we should go to pray and seek intervention into our lives and our souls and our hearts and our salvation and all of that. He is our mediator. He is the one. And then chapter 5, Jesus being a priest forever, talking about the compassionate high priest, principles of priesthood under the laws of Moses, how he's qualified as our high priest. And then, of course, an exhortation to maturity, the dullness of hearing that's exposed in chapter 5. We are deaf to what he is speaking when we are too consumed with our own lives and our own thinking concerning him who has much to say. It is hard to explain since you have become dull of hearing, for though by this time you ought to be teachers, you have need to again for someone to teach you the elementary principles and the oracles of God. Milk rather than solid food. It's one of the reasons why I believe that is the Apostle Paul. It sounds very much like him. Anyhow, even though he didn't sign this book, let's not get distracted though on that. Chapter 6, a warning to discourage believers. The going beyond just the basics of Christianity and understanding, but going deep into understanding what he has for us in this world and show the world how he is through us. Understanding controversial passages. Obviously, there's a danger of falling away, and that is a very controversial passage, the danger of falling away. Are you able to come back to him after that? The whole concept of, well, you were never a Christian at all. There's that whole area of study. Don't be discouraged. The writer admits he's a little more harsh than he needs to be. Don't be discouraged because God hasn't forgot about you. His promises are reliable. Whoa, hello. His promises are reliable, and that's good. We can trust in his promises that he made to Israel and that he made to the church. He made to us. We can trust that he made promises to the Jews and he's still fulfilling them. So he is going to be with us. And that is chapters 4, 5, and 6. God bless. Keep studying. And once again, I do recommend that Frank Turek podcast, I Don't Have Enough Faith to Be an Atheist. He had a guy on the other day talking about how Christianity still makes sense. There's a whole website about that, that Christianity still makes sense. You should look that up. Anyway, God bless. Have a great day. Thank you.